Right, just a bit of an update on the Dodge Phoenix 318. Got those pistons cleaned up and I'm going to crack test them, and also we'll give the block a hone. Someone's already ridge reamed the tops of the bores, and yeah, it doesn't look real nice. So if we have an issue with the piston or the bores, I'm pretty sure I'll have to get it sent off and get machined. So we'll have a gander and see how we go. Cheers. Now, finally got these hot washed up. Was busy last weekend with work, and then I come down with the Rona. You can still hear it in my voice. So I need to get these skirts crack tested because I'm a bit worried that one of them or two of them may have a crack. So we'll get that done, and if one is cracked, well, I'm gonna have to get the block board, and because these are already 40 thou over, so we'll be going to 60 thou 040. So that's 40 thou over already. All right, let's do it. So now I'm just going to spray some dye onto the skirts and leave it for 10 minutes and then wipe it off, and then we'll spray some developer on there. See if anything gets revealed. Right, we'll let that soak for 10 minutes. Yeah, it's been well over 10 minutes. I might have to do this side again. See how it's sort of beaten up. I'm pretty sure I should have wiped them down with thinners before, but we'll wipe that off now and test it anyway. Right, now we'll spray the developer on there. Nothing untoward, but I will do this side again. I probably should have wiped them down with thinners, but I'm pretty sure it's okay. Now I'll flip them over and do the other side. Some old thinners. And wait for 10 minutes. All right, we'll give these guys a wipe off and give them a spray. Well, we'll spray some developer on and have a look. Well, surprisingly, nothing wrong with this side. So it looks like they're getting reused. I will just quickly do the other side again though, because I wasn't real happy with that. But that's my fault, no human. So I've redone the other side that I done first, just to clarify that I did do it right, because I didn't wash it. Now, can't see any cracks. Now I'm just gonna do a sample on this piston that I know is cracked, just so you know what it looks like. Also need to turn this 318 over and we'll check the bores out. I know they're not great. Someone's already ridge reamed the top of the bores out, and yes, not real great. So the pistons aren't cracked, so there's a good chance I'm just going to reuse it, because by the time I buy pistons and get it bored, it's going to be probably $1,500. So I think we'll get another probably 10 years out of it. That's long enough for me. We'll piece it back together and get this old girl back on the road, I think. Also the crank out of it's absolutely mint. It's all 10 under. So I just got to order new bearings for that. That's 10 under on the rods and the mains. And all I got to do is order 40 thou rings. Assume that's the date. 5th month of 95. This went off the road 20 years ago, so yeah, so 19 years. Right, got that piston wiped off. You can clearly see the cracks in it as it sits, because they're pretty bad. Just spray a bit of this on there. And that's how that stuff works. So I'm pretty happy to say that there's not a problem with any of these. Now, I've just given one side a hone here, and it looks better than I expected. You can see mark down the bottom of the bore where the rings stop, and a bit at the top there. But as I said before, someone's ran a ridge remover through this previous, and they've taken the lip out of the top, or the ridge. Now this engine did have a knock to it, like a piston slap knock. I can put a video up of when it was well over 12 months ago when I had it running. I'll slip that in there so you can hear it, or you might better hear it. So I really need to get these cylinders measured and get the pistons measured as well, and see what the clearance is, see if it's too excessive or not, and that'll probably make our final decision whether we get this board or not. Right, you can see the crosshatch in there from the last rebuild it had. So obviously it was rebored 40 over, and then since then it's had a freshen up, and that's when the ridge was removed. It's yeah, a bit iffy, but we'll give this a hone give this side a hone. The other side didn't look too bad, so a few marks in there. But yeah, you can see that tarry stuff, the old fuel. Right, so all those bores cleaned up pretty well. Surprised me actually. Thought there'd be a few hollows and whatnot, but it's not too bad. So what I need to do now, I'll get those pistons cleaned up, and I need to put them inside and then try to measure down the side with feeler gauges, see what the piston skirt to bore clearance is. And yeah, if it's too excessive, well, we've got an issue, but hopefully it's within spec, but I'm sort of doubting that now. All right, I've just looked in the manual for a VH Valiant 318, which was close enough to this. This is a 69 block. It says between 1 and 1.5 thou piston skirt clearance. Now I was expecting to see a massive amount of clearance in this engine, but I can't actually get any feeler gauges in there, and there's next to no gap on all of those, so I'm gonna say that it's not too bad. Now, I'm pretty sure when they're talking about piston skirt clearance that they're talking about up here on this section, but I've got no way of measuring that unless I go get some dial calipers and a bore measuring gauge. But looking at that, I still have to check the other side. I think we might be safe-ish anyway. Well guys, I might actually just leave it at that for this episode. I've got to get that cleaned now. Order some parts. Obviously it's Christmas-ish, so I probably won't worry actually till next year. I just noticed when I was editing this video that I can hear the wind noise here is just unbelievable. It's not that windy outside, it's just this shed. It's yeah, sounds like we're in a gale force winds, but it's not that actually bad. So gonna be doing some more work on this Phoenix, so still got the heads over there to go through. It's going to be running a 2-barrel manifold and Holly carb. That was on there, it ran pretty well. I do have to pull the steering box out, get that overhauled, and replace some more front end bushes. Now I've got a mate in the States that's pretty keen to help me out, so shout out to Max. Hopefully he can get me some ball joints and possibly some engine mounts. Alrighty, see you next time.